Well, at this time of year, we're bombarded with adverts for the latest toys or the best deals on Christmas food, that sort of thing. You don't often, though, see an ad like this.
There we go. Let's have a look at it. It's a nativity scene in a bus shelter. Would it persuade you to go to church on December the 25th, though? The poster of the nativity scene is going to be appearing on bus shelters from today.
Now, that was created by the church's advertising network. Francis Goodwin from the organisation joins us, along with Ariane Shireen, who's launching an atheist ad campaign in the new year, just to sort of even up the score a bit, really, I suppose. Good morning to you both. Francis, let me start with you. Is the point of this campaign actually to get people into the pews on Christmas Day and beyond?
I think the first thing is to retell the nativity story for the 21st century. There's a lot of people that have no contact with Christianity. They're not being taught it at home. They don't go to Sunday school. They're not hearing it at school. And we picked up some research last year which showed that only 1 in 8 people have a clear understanding of the Christmas story. Only
1 in 8?
Yeah.
12% of the population. And they're not taught it in school?
And it's fewer amongst children. It's a lower level of awareness. And it's a sort of bit of a hobby horse of mine as well, the sort of PC nature of our society today, where it's, you know, you can't send Christmas cards if you're a business because you might offend somebody. You can't do a nativity play at the school because you might offend a minority faith, which isn't true. And we seem to be in a sort of funny world where, you know, there's a denial of the importance of Christianity to our society. Our whole society is based on Judeo-Christian values. And so it's important to retell the story for the new generation in the 21st century.
Ariane, even though you're an atheist, and we'll talk about your ad campaign in a moment, do you appreciate that point of view, that it is very much part of the British tradition, Christianity?
I think it very much used to be.
I think we need to know a little bit more about it.
Well, I think anybody who didn't know about the nativity story until now will now think that it took place in a bus shelter, which I'm not sure was the aim. I think that we used to live in a very Christian society. I think now we're moving towards a very secular society. I think the census in 2000 shows that 14 million of us, that's 23.2%, say that they have no religion, which I think is very telling.
But is that an excuse for ignorance? Because really, we should know about all religion, shouldn't we?
Oh, absolutely.
If we're a secular society and people embrace lots of different faiths, we should know about Christianity as much as we should know about Islam.
Absolutely. I think that's absolutely fine. And in a historical context, I think that's very valid. I think teaching children about religion as fact in schools is less valid. I think trying to encourage people to go to church by putting a very moderate ad out there, I think that's fine. It's all about freedom of speech. I don't think the ad is going to be effective, but that doesn't mean it shouldn't be allowed to run.
And on the other side of the fence, Francis, Ariane's mounted this campaign, and there are going to be on the buses in London from January a slogan on the side: "There is probably no God. Now stop worrying and enjoy your life."
Great.
What do you make of that?
Fantastic.
Really?
Look forward to seeing it, yeah.
Why?
In fact, some of our friends have given some money to the campaign.
Why on earth do that?
Yeah, exactly, because the first thing is we welcome the debate. I mean, the worst thing for us is apathy. And I know Ariane doesn't necessarily agree with that.
No.
But we welcome the debate, and we will be planning our own response to their campaign, which will come out after their buses are appearing. But let's have the debate. Bring it on. It's not something you can prove or disprove. You know, we have a wry smile, thinking that they're not really atheists. If they say probably doesn't exist, then probably they're more likely.
Yeah, I think it's still advertising standards.
That was advertising standards. I'd also say that if there were a lot less apathy towards religion, a lot less passion about religion, then the world would probably be a lot more peaceful.
But we are talking about the important things of life. You know, is there a God? What are we here for? What's life about? These are not apathetic issues. You know, they are important issues. I'm not saying I've got a unique take on what's right and what's wrong, but you know, these are important things to think about and discuss.
I think they are, and I think it's important to base our decisions on reason rather than faith, to base them on evidence. And we've put an ad out there that is solely based on evidence in a way that none of the religious ones are, and I think that it's a very positive contribution to society in that way.
My big argument with that is, you know, evidence, you can't prove everything. There's so many. I don't understand how television works, but I believe it works. Okay,
yeah. That's why they call it faith.
Exactly. So we have to have faith. And,
all right.
We hope this will help people to come to faith.
Thank you very much. That argument's going to go on for eternity.
I was going to say, it's very difficult to have a religious debate, isn't it, in 4 minutes. Thank you. That's enough. You've got to leave it there. We've got no more time.
Life's over. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you.